Let's all be honest, this has been a bit of a stinker of a weekend for football, especially if you're a Manchester United fan. The weekend when their backsides fell out of Liverpool and Arsenal again when chasing Manchester City, all but confirming, in my opinion, I don't know about you guys, get your comments in, that Manchester City are going to be champions again. They're going to be the first to do 4 in a row, while Manchester United are just falling off a cliff at the other end of Manchester. It's not going to get any worse than what it is right now. Talking to people, talking to United fans. After this morning show, we did a paper and we went in depth on the papers and what was being said after the game at Bournemouth yesterday. I've been speaking to people and just getting some opinions, and it's just, there's nowhere to go. Like, what are we watching that we haven't seen over the last 10 years, 2 or 3 seasons into a manager's career at Manchester United? Everything has been said that needs to be said. I want to look into why Manchester United is just the most pointless job for a manager going. I want to get into detail about what these players have got over managers and why these managers not only seem to be falling into the same trap, but seem to be dictated to in how to actually manage a football team. It's always the same. I'm going to go into details and talk about what I mean by that and how it's all scoped out exactly the same way for every single manager post Sir Alex Ferguson. And we'll get into details and your opinions on that. I didn't get many of your questions and comments up earlier in the day, so I'm going to do that tonight, guys. Welcome along to Forever United TV. I'm Adam. My voice is still not fully recovered from the weekend, but we carry on. The show must go on. Unfortunately, that means United must go on, and we have got another 6 games to endure in the Premier League and possibly, well, should be 2 more in the FA Cup as well. It is nearly over, everybody. Big shout out to Manchester United's women team. No, obviously they're holding their end up, beating Chelsea today in the semi-final of the FA Cup and making it through to the final. Massive congrats to them. Skinner under immense pressure there as well, unfairly for the women's team. Big congratulations to them. And obviously all of the academy teams that did do their job, like every other part of Manchester United is doing, apart from the one, I'm not saying they matter more than anyone else, but the one that everyone's watching, the Man United men's first team. I mean, seriously, it cannot get worse than what it is now. Guys, get your comments in. I hope you're all doing fantastically well. Please subscribe to the channel if you're tuning in for the first time. If you want things put straight and on point and just, well, just telling you as it is, spade's a spade, United are crap, then this is the channel for you. Subscribe. Please do give the video a like as well. And let's get into it. Straight off the bat, I'm just going to go with the positives that we've got. And that is our community here, which is the Manchester United, not the Manchester United, God. We are Manchester United fans, but Manchester United fans that are members of FUTV, Forever United Army. And one of the top guys in there, MDRM Samurai, just dropped in 10 more memberships. Absolutely amazing. They have been taken by Giorgio, Malps, Gav Mack, Stretford Gamer, Joyce, Louise Horan. What else have we got in here? Bear, sorry. Bear's on the mind. Wayne, Paul, and Colorado Reds 95. They have been gifted to you, them memberships, by MDRM Samurai. Make sure you please give him a thank you in that comment section, guys. And MDRN legend, thank you so much. Get them comments packing in there, guys. I want to know how you're feeling. The dust has well and truly settled now. Everyone has played. There's only Chelsea left to play now. Unfortunately for us, that Chelsea game does look like it's got more importance on it now. And more importance being that they, with their games in hand, if they win them, will be above Manchester United in this league table. It's crazy, isn't it? The season is absolutely mental in so many different ways. But one thing you can always guarantee is a poor finish to the season from United. City end up winning quite a few games in a row and taking the title, and everyone else falls away scrapping for everything else. Bad thing for United is that City are still in the FA Cup and we know we can't beat them. We just haven't got the mentality to beat Manchester City. And I think that's what it's going to come down to. Again, if it comes down to them finishing their domestic season off, having already won the Premier League and then winning the FA Cup against us, then it will officially be, I think, the worst season post Sir Alex Ferguson. Like, really bad. Like, it doesn't get any worse. I'm going to go through some of the stats that I was talking about this morning in case you guys didn't see it. Another membership dropped in. The crazy Irishman has dropped. Sorry, your name ran off the screen there, so I didn't know what it was. Has dropped a membership in there, taken by Richard Leeming. Crazy Irishman, thank you so much. Appreciate that, mate. Amazing stuff again. Like I said, the best thing this weekend has been us lot dealing with this crap on our own. Like, not on our own, but together as United fans. It's been awful being a United fan this week, and the last few weeks, in fact. But Manchester United right now on the cusp of finishing their worst ever Premier League season, points-wise. We are 4 points worse off than we was with David Moyes at this point of the season. And we won a few games after this point, because David Moyes was sacked pretty much this time of the season at this point. So when Giggs came in, he won a few games and all seemed okay. I cannot tell you with any confidence that United are going to win any more games this season. Like, I'm not confident at all. We have got 3 championship games in a row right now in the next few games for United. He has to come out of these games with 3 wins. He does. It will be. I think if we don't, then we are going to be looking at mathematically being completely out of the Champions League if we don't take maximum points, which is a disaster at this stage anyway. And that may trigger Ten Hag being given his marching orders. But yeah, 3 championship games in Coventry, Burnley and Sheffield United, because I believe Sheffield United and Burnley are already down. So United are really right now in a position where it's inexcusable to lose or drop any more points. That's where we're at right now. And if he does, then I think it's just going to get worse. And the disruption behind the scenes, the disruption within the fan base, it's just going to pile on and pile on. I was listening to Gary Neville before when he was just talking before the Arsenal game. And he was just saying, look, this is just how it goes. Like, every United fan is saying the same thing. We're all talking like it's the end of the world. And it all comes down to what Ineos do in the summer. Unfortunately, like, pressure for them has just been heaped on even more. Like, it's got to a point where I would not be surprised if we see an announcement come through about Dan Ashworth. That's where I think Manchester United are right now. I think we're in a position where we are now that desperate and in need of a drastic summer turnaround that we may see the announcement that we didn't think we were going to get, because Ineos don't want to break the bank for Dan Ashworth. But I think he's needed. We need all the help we can get. The manager that's going to be in situ at Manchester United is going to need all the help he can get. There is a poll going, and I'm going to get into some of the news that's been going around the rest of today. I've got a poll up there right now with 4 managers on there that United have been linked with. You can see on the bottom of your screen as well reports coming from Caught Offside website and a tweet going out there as well from them regarding the situation now with what Manchester United are looking at. We've got 4 managers there. Who would you take? De Zerbi, Tuchel, Conte or Motta? Motta and De Zerbi are head-to-head right now, 31 and 32% between them. Tuchel 21 and Conte 17. This is probably the closest poll that I have put out there and has been on the manager situation at Manchester United if Ten Hag is sacked. Like, there's never been a closer position. And do you know what this means? Like, polls like this, when we put them up, we don't just put them up for fun. It's like to gauge how it is. Like, we could have put this poll up 5 weeks ago and it would have been a landslide, probably for someone like De Zerbi, because no one wanted Tuchel after what's happened already, and no one wanted Conte after what's happened already. 2 failed, in people's eyes, Premier League managers. I don't completely buy into that factor, but now as time's gone on, like, everyone is looking at the managerial situation even more now, because it's getting closer and closer to the end of the season and this decision is coming. So everyone now is starting to think about it a little more. What can he bring? What is the lesser evil? Is he worse than him? Is he better than him? And can he get something out of this player? If this happens at United and we don't get these players, is this manager the better option for United right now? So much to go into and so much detail regarding Manchester United in the summer and what goes on. It's hard for a fan to actually say who is the better option for United, right? It's hard for anyone to say. It really is. Welcome to the Members Club, the Crazy Irishman. He's just gifted one and taken one for himself as well. Love that. Thank you so much. 12 members already in this stream alone, guys. Loving every bit of it. Thank you very much. The votes are going in big time on that. Jeffrey Wright voted De Zerbi. Would take any of them over Ten Hag at the moment. Again, that's a comment there that I think is it's been brought on to fans, like Jeffrey said there, because of the state of what we're watching on the pitch. Like, some people are just saying anything's better right now because it is that bad. Like, we are losing full halves, full hours of football in games, writing them off, according to Ten Hag. Like, that's okay. Like, we were 2-1 down at half-time. That's okay because we fixed it at half-time by bringing Ahmad on for Garnacho, and that fixed it, and we're better, so you'll be okay now. Well, no, we won't, Eric, because we shouldn't be giving away a full half of football in which we should have been 5-1 down if Bournemouth had their shooting boots on. He says it like it's okay because it's been fixed halfway through. And I said this morning I had full sympathy for him with the Garnacho situation. That's what managers do. Garnacho was poor. He spat his dummy out. He's taken it all back and it's been moved forward. Like, he's young. He made a mistake. Ten Hag, seen the situation, dealt with it. I thought he should have dealt with it sooner, but probably protected Garnacho by not bringing him off after about 25 minutes, because that's how bad it was for him. That's where it was going, that game. He wasn't tracking back, and United could have been out of it. They really could. Ten Hag, in a way, got lucky that he didn't change it after about half an hour. Because if you're going in at half-time and it's 3 or 4-1, then United are done. We're finished. And then everyone's looking at Ten Hag going, well, you could have changed it earlier. But this is the situation we're in with this manager right now. He's literally clinging on to whatever positive he thinks is there. They're not there. The positives are not there right now at all. Resilience, yes, coming from behind twice, again, and making something of that. The issue we've got is, again, like I said this morning, we're very lucky to have won the games we've won. These games are going exactly the same way, the ones that we are not picking points up in now. We're going exactly the same way as the ones we won this season. Every single game could have gone either way, and we got lucky. That's our season. Right now, it's catching up with us, and teams are beating us and drawing and scoring for fun against us. It's too easy. Like, the keeper can't save you every single week, and that's where we're at with this football team right now. There is rumours about Motta, the Bologna manager, Thiago Motta, former Barcelona, PSG. He's very young. If you're thinking of, oh, I know that name, but not in managerial terms. No, he's not done much as a manager. Genoa, now manager of Bologna for a couple of seasons, doing well. Where the name has come from and who he's talking about it, I mean, they caught offside there. They would have picked it up from someone else. I don't know where it's come from or why he's been linked with Manchester United. Are we looking to just like drop down and accept that we are not good enough to compete at the top level? I'm going to have to rebuild from the bottom up. Again, that brings up the 3-year issue for what Sir Jim Radcliffe said. But honestly, I don't know like where they're going with this right now with these managers. Like, every single one of them would be a complete restart again. None of them are experienced enough to take the job at Manchester United. So are we accepting that we have to do this completely differently, and it's a manager that is unproven at the highest level? Because every single manager that's been mentioned, apart from some in that list there, like Tuchel, like Conte, like Nagelsmann, if it's none of them, and it is the worrying names that are on them lists, then we have to accept as a fan base that we are going to have to fall even further, I feel, because nothing will change. We are not going to change, and nothing will change on the pitch with these players in place. 100 likes in the bag. Thank you, guys. Mark Lambridge is in the chat. Mark, good to talk to you on the stream yesterday and on the watch-along. He should have done it, put Garnacho on the same side as he was for the second half and coached him, but that game was so bad he couldn't focus on one player. No, Bournemouth latched onto our issue, which was our right-hand side. I thought it was going to be the left with Wan-Bissaka and Rashford, but it was a complete roll of it. It was so surprising, but maybe they looked at that side. That's why Solanke pushed across to the left-hand side and played off Cambuala. They then linked up that left-hand side because Garnacho was constantly inverted, because Dalot was constantly inverted and Garnacho was wanting and not tracking back. I think they targeted it. And I think that's what the plan was. Cheers for the super chat, mate. We have another membership donated by The Honest Tiger. Thank you, my man. Erica has taken that membership. Welcome to the members club, Erica, and thank you again, Honest Tiger. I love that. It's been good. Keep Ten Hag for one more season, then go all out for Alonso, says Groovemaster. The fan base won't be able to handle another season of this like they wouldn't. And The only way Ten Hag stays is if 16 members of that squad are outed in the summer. 16. And you're thinking that's a ludicrous number, Adam. Well, no. I read off about 6 or 7 that are not even contributing to the team right now, that are easy go, out you go players, like out of contract players as well in that list. So there's 7 straight away. The players that are coming back off on loan, just make the decision, sell them, cut the contract short, get rid. Like, just clear the squad. You're not going to have any money to spend, but you need to clear the squad. You need to be able to just go back, strip it all back, and try and build something new. And if that's not with good players, then we're going to have to accept that. But I'd rather accept not watching Marcus Rashford and playing with players that aren't as good on paper as him than watching that man play every single week now. Like, I'm done. Like, for him to get away with what he's got away with off the pitch, still be on it, giving the effort that he is giving and not being punished for it, it's a crime in itself. It really is. I'm not having it. Stretford Gamer, we cannot afford any more losses after the FA Cup, depending if we beat Coventry or not. We are going to lose games. Like, there is not a chance in hell we are going to get through the rest of this season without losing again. Guys, if you weren't watching this morning, I did a stat where it's like, I don't like stats because I feel like they can drive an agenda of whichever way you want. Like literally 4 weeks ago, we could have been saying, look, Manchester United are unbeaten in 2024 and we've just won 4 Premier League games in a row. And it looks great. And everyone can say Manchester United are the best form side in the league. That's good. The way I looked at it was, right, okay, since we've come back from international football, 4 games, 3 points, not 1 win. So winless in 4. Then I went back and I went, do you know what, let's go back a bit further. It's 1 win in 7. And then you're going, right, you've only picked out the last 6 weeks worth of football. Why are you not going further back to when we was good at the start of the year? So I went, okay, let's go right back to the start of 2024 and right back into the back end of December and properly assess Manchester United's form. 17 games, pretty much half a season, 6 wins. It's not going to get any better with Ten Hag. It isn't. The players have given up on him. We talked about that this morning. How can any manager want to come to Manchester United is my question to you guys right now. And get your comments in the comment section. That's the big question I want to ask on this show today. Why would any manager in their right mind want to come to Manchester United? Tell me now. Tell me now in the chat, people. Let me know. We have 5 more members in the house donated. Let me just scroll up. Donated by Pig Riser Legend, mate. And I love that. Love that name. Ian Rudd, Stu MUFC, Peter Grafton, Pig Riser, Gifted and Gifted. Stephen Walsh as well. Welcome to the Members Club, my friends. Absolutely buzzing with that. Good that I didn't think YouTube actually allowed non-members to actually gift, but if it does, it's good. It's spreading the love. And we have 18 new members on this stream alone, and that's fantastic. But yeah, like, tell me right now. I'm going to go right to the bottom on this. Stretford Gamer says, when Ahmad came on, we had more of the ball. There was control. Rashford looks down and cannot beat players. He stumbles every darn time. Nacho can dribble and beat players. Why did he drop him? He was knackered, Stretford, mate. Honestly, Garnacho was the right substitution. I agreed with the substitution. He looked knackered. And Ten Hag came out afterwards and said, look, Garnacho hasn't trained all week. His first training session was Friday. So there's something wrong there. I just don't think he should have started him. Like, that's on Ten Hag for starting him. And then Ten Hag has to deal with the repercussions because the fan base are baying for blood. So when you take off one of the darlings of the fan base, one of the young academy players who has been a positive this season, and everyone's got the daggers and the knives out, sharpening them right up and ready for Ten Hag. They were literally waiting for him after that game to go in on that one. But Ten Hag made the initial mistake, like I said this morning, in actually starting Garnacho. If he's had one training session, then straight away you're looking at that as a concern and he's not fully ready. So that's why I blame Ten Hag on that. I didn't blame him for bringing him off. It needed to happen. Garnacho looked wrecked. He looked absolutely off his feet. Please give the video a like and do share the video as well, guys. Let's get more people involved. Over 600 in the room with us right now. Thank you so much. Make sure if you are just tuning in that you're hitting that subscribe button. Yesterday's stats and all match information was brought to you by SofaScore. They're our partners here on FUTV, everybody. In the bottom right-hand corner there is a QR code. If you just scan that, it is completely free. If you want to help the channel and donate to the channel for nothing, download the SofaScore app. There is a link in the description as well at the bottom, guys. If you cannot scan the QR code for whatever device you're watching on, you may be using your mobile phone, and that might be impossible for you to scan it. Drop in the description, click on the link, totally free, brilliant app, best stats, best action, everything you need to know, match odds, the lot. SofaScore is the place to be. Ranked top 20 on the App Store, guys. Get downloading it now. Let's get into your comments on why would any manager actually come to Manchester United. We have a super chat as well from Mark again. Easy answer to that question, Adam. To get paid. Well, if that is the answer, and I know there was a big part of it, which is money related, it's part of football, now I do get that, then we're done. We are done. And actually, to come to Manchester United right now under Ineos, I think it's going to change, because I don't think Ineos are going to give out anywhere near the amount of money that other managers and players have been getting over the last 10 years. There's not a chance that they're going to do that. It should be incentivised, and hopefully they do implement that. Let's see what else we've got in this. -1 goal difference after 32 games. It's an abomination. Out, Ten Hag. The job is a poison chalice, says Pig Riser. That's my favourite saying. Brendan Rodgers, wide asleep. If we want to come, they're the wrong. If they want to come, they're the wrong choice. Well, you could say that in a way. I understand where you're going with that one, actually, Robbie. It's like, you know, this is the end of the road. Like, you have to have some minerals to come to Manchester United in the first place. So Jin says it's for money. Daz Salford says it's for the payout. I get it. A lot of people are going down the same road with this now. It's easy. Bielsa would turn this team around in 3 weeks. I don't know. I think he's too crazy, mate. Honestly, Robbie, I think he is. Good for mentioning women's and youth teams, Adam. Always will. Always will. Rossonate. Oh, am I saying that wrong? Sorry, it's tongue twisting for me. I apologise if I do say anyone's name wrong. I've got form for it. Hands up right now. But yeah, no, love the women's team. Love the youth teams even more. Like, they are my only hope for Manchester United right now. They're the only joy that we can get right now watching football with anyone in a Manchester United shirt. Teams that actually deserve to be wearing the shirt are the academies and the women's team right now. And you know what, again, I'll say it again. Credit to Skinner. That man's had banners put up in stands. Skinner out this season. It should not be happening. Like, that should not be happening. And you know what? Go and win that FA Cup. Go on. Women's team, go and show the first team how it's really done. Actually showing a bit of heart and passion and how football should be played in a United shirt. Absolute jokers we've got in this first team right now. You can see how angry I get just talking about them again. UK Strange says, we need serious investment all over the park. Yes, we do, mate. Yes, we really do. Drop Rashford and Casemiro. Sell them both in the summer. Actually, make that 8 weeks. Says Robbie, I like it. Let's go for Unai Emery. There's no chance he's leaving Aston Villa. He's going to get money thrown at him by them owners at Aston Villa. Very rich owners. I think he's in the perfect position right now. To come away, one of the teams that did play midweek and didn't collapse this weekend, Aston Villa. Credit to Unai Emery and Aston Villa for like sticking this out. Like, Spurs dropped points, didn't play midweek. United dropped points, didn't play midweek. They're balancing Thursday, Sunday football and going into the Emirates, which is a fortress, and getting the win today. You have to hold your hands up and say, you know what, there are managers that work. Should United actually take something from the fact that Unai Emery didn't work at Arsenal, has gone away, and then come back and now figured it out? Like Marco Silva at Fulham, another one. He was lambasted, he was dug out, bad manager, never make it, wrong tactics in the Premier League. He's gone away, come back, and now doing well again. Fulham got the win at West Ham today. Save United's blushes even more this weekend, because if West Ham won, would have been down in 8th. So, yeah, I look at that and I go, maybe there is something in a Tuchel to Manchester United. Like, I can't say, I would say, he scares me. I used to like Conte, but he scares me. Like he's just a fallout waiting to happen. He really is. So, no, I would be put off by Conte now. I would. Mark, do a poll. Who would sell Rashford right now? I don't think I need to do a poll. I don't. Christopher Hooper, get Rashford to shark-infested waters and leave him there. It's a bit harsh, Christopher, but I feel where you're at. I feel. Where else have we got here? I think we had another renewed member come in there. We did, from Stu MUFC. The effort from the women today put the men to shame. I think they put them to shame every single week, mate. I'm not exaggerating, just because I'm fed up with the first team and looking for an excuse to dig them out even more. I actually do believe that the women play a better brand of football as well. So do the youth teams. The youth teams and the women teams play the way that Manchester United should play. We just can't do it in the first team. Like, the ones that should be setting the standard for how every team within the Manchester United umbrella plays are the ones that can't. And that is sad. That is really sad. Dan MVR, need a coach who will bitch slap the attitude out of some of these babies. Like, you need a mixture of a man. You need a mixture of a man that actually is able to handle different players that have got different issues. Not so much just issues, but one player may need an arm around him. One player may need a kick up the ass. One just may need it telling to him straight and putting in his place. Not every player is the same. You need a manager that can handle all modern day footballers. That's a hard ask. That is a very talented man. There are managers out there, but I think at the moment they're all taken. Guys, Adam did all the ironing today. Legend. That's a super chat from Kaz. Like, seriously, guys, I'm watching Liverpool lose while doing the ironing, trying to get over what happened yesterday for Bournemouth. Thanks for pointing that out, Kaz. I'll get myself a little drink with that one later. He does have hollow legs, says Graham. I can eat, guys, honestly. I can drink when I want to, but, like, honestly, if I use United as an excuse for drinking these days, I'd be in AA meetings. I'd be gone. I'm not letting them beat me. I'm not. Like, get my head down, get some ironing done, watch the Scousers cry, and sort of get over it. Right. My back garden fenced post for manager. Says MDRN, Mr. Miracle, I'm afraid we are stuck with Rashford. No club will buy him and pay his wages. Rashford and his agent brother will know that he will sit out his contract unless Ineos can take action. Like, the worrying thing is, I was doing the paper round this morning, not to bring it up again, but Rashford right now isn't wanted. As much as I want to ignore Mr. Miracle's comment there, he's absolutely bang on the money. As you mostly are, Mr. Miracle, I'll say that. He is, according to reports in the Sun newspaper this morning, not wanted at PSG. They don't want to go near the problem that is Marcus Rashford right now. You only have to watch from the outside. Like, some fans don't watch United every week, and that's understandable. United fans watch it. Like, but anyone who does cover football, and you've seen it now, you've seen, like, the comments from Jamie Redknapp last night about Casemiro playing in Soccer Aid. That's how he's walking around the pitch. It does feel like these players are already on the beach. I said last night in the show with Jay, like, they've already got their first 4 days worth of tan. That's how long these players have been on the beach. They've got there, they've burnt themselves, they've gone Red Lobster, and now the tan is just smoothing off. They're already well into it. The holiday's already started for a lot of these players. And I think a lot of them know that they're leaving in the summer. And that's what we're getting. I think a lot of them know that manager Ten Hag is leaving in the summer as well. And that's what we're looking at right now. And that's the attitude we're getting. It really shouldn't. Adam, do you have Budgie Smugglers on again? Ian, totally irrelevant. But no, I don't. I know I wasn't standing up then. at all. I never have them on. Anyone wondering what that was about? That was just Kaz winding everyone up the other day, sorry. Kaz, the setup of this morning's show was so awesome, says Jason. I love that, guys. Thank you for that. I did have a sound issue this morning, guys, and I didn't realise. I didn't realise, and I know exactly what it was. It won't be there next time. I completely forgot to do something, and that's my fault. I do apologise, but you guys seem to enjoy the show anyway and love the backdrop and everything about it. We have got more shows of similar coming up, and there is a new podcast which is coming soon as well, guys. Video and audio format. We're working on that. I've been waiting to announce that and what's happening with it, but that is coming, and I will keep you all posted on what's going down with that. So, yes. I mean, guys, in terms of Thiago Motta, I mean, are you like me just guessing at this man's capabilities? I don't know why his name has been brought up. Like, Bologna, yes, okay. Not the most well-known. Like, he's just not qualified to take over Manchester United. And I go down the road again, like, if Motta is being linked with United, this is why Gareth Southgate is being linked with United. And that's the worry for me. Managers that are okay are not good enough for Manchester United. Unless we are all going to accept the fall which is to come, which is mid-table mediocrity for another couple of years, while this squad is absolutely dissected. Or are Ineos going to go cutthroat and go right in this summer and do what every single Manchester United player and United fan wants them to do? Like, no manager is going to walk into this or want to come to Manchester United with this current playing staff in situ. Not a one. Not a one. And, yeah, Motta for me, I mean, he can carry on walking past. Like, no disrespect. His managerial career has been going, 4 or 5 years? That's not a Manchester United manager. So I don't know why them links are there, and I don't know why he has been linked with Manchester United. I think he would crumble under the pressure of Manchester United. No disrespect. Again, like I said, I don't think even he'll hold his hands up and say, look, I don't go from Bologna to Manchester United. That's too big a jump. It needs to be someone with more stature and more experience. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck in the same place forever and a day. I get your comments coming in, guys. I'm going to get into your comment section now, see what you guys are saying. Keep up the good work, Adam and Kaz. Great to hear and see the channel building. Super stuff. Thank you, Wayne. Christopher says, Eric, back to the Florist League where he came from. I heard a story about something like that, and a bunch of players were from war-torn countries and needed therapy after that weekend. I'm not sure what that was about, but I guess he's probably talking to someone else there. Mount wasn't great, really, when he came on. I know Rajat, but he didn't get a lot of time. Like, you're throwing him into situations where it's like an impossible ask. It really is. It's like, just give him a bleeding chance. Like, let him actually get involved in a game. Like, get used to a game. Find his feet. Give him a bit more game time is what I'm trying to say. But Ten Hag, again, is reluctant, it seems, to do this. And another problem for Manchester United. And another reason for people to go in on Ten Hag, because he won't find space when we can all see where it can be made. Like, Marcus Rashford out of that team. Casemiro out of that team. If Garnacho isn't fully fit, he goes out of that team. There are 3 players sat on the bench that can play in them positions. Like, are you guys convinced? I know Mark said it yesterday on the live show, on the watch-along. He said, look, Rashford will have something in his contract which says and stipulates he has to play a certain amount of minutes for Manchester United. It has to be that, and it's the only reason that Rashford will be playing. He is absolute dog shit right now, and he's not being dropped. It is a joke, a real joke. Simeone is our man. He's got the grit, says Alex. I've written a crime thriller. I'll do you an autobiography, Adam, says Guinness. Thank you, mate. Who needs to write a bleeding book, eh? I don't know. Don't think Ten Hag or Rashford or the usual suspects will be going anywhere. Oh, Ten Hag will, Brian. He's gone. Definitely think he's gone. Sadsak says, Aston Villa were incredible today. Architectural away performance. Near perfect. Again, like I said, after playing in midweek as well on Thursday. What's United's excuse? F the next Manchester United manager. Why doesn't that Fergie come out and slag the Glazers off? The Judas 30 pieces of silver. T-word. Alien going right down the obituaries catalogue right there. Francesco Farioli, next manager, says Jordan, PSG will snap up Rashford. It's written in the stars. I don't know, mate. Like, it's reported that they don't want to go near him because of the headache that he is right now. Like, if I'm PSG, I'm staying well clear of Marcus Rashford. Everyone can see the problem he is. Everyone can see the form he's in. Everyone can see the attitude of the player and the baggage that he carries. Like, how do you go from a 31-goal scoring season to what he has this season? There is clearly issues there. Behind the scenes, something's changed for Marcus Rashford, and I don't want him around to try and figure it out at Manchester United. His time is done. His time is done. Into more of your chats. Daz Salford. Alien, I can't see the lights at the end of the tunnel, mate. Oh, Daz, come on. We've got to have some hope. Stephen Walsh says, Adam, a podcast would be quality, as can't listen to YouTube with the screen closed while driving. Oh, that doesn't work. I don't like that, Stephen. That's annoying. Thoughts on Thomas Tuchel? Adam, he'd be my choice. Sean, I've said I would take Thomas Tuchel. I don't mind him as a manager. I think he's a very smart man, and I think he gets a bad rap. And like Julian Nagelsmann, has had a raw deal at Bayern Munich. I do think that things at that football club are run differently above the manager, and it's a difficult job for anyone to do. It really is. What else have we got in here? Sorry. Coming down with something, it would seem, as well. Voice completely gone. Sore throat. A little bit bunged up. I think an early night is in order tonight. He reminds me of Anelka. Frank Davison. I think Anelka would be insulted if you said that about Marcus Rashford. 8 goals, including charity pen from Bruno for Marcus Rashford this season, says Giorgio. Yeah. Shit is how you describe it. Trust me, Adam, you don't want Motta. The guy is an absolute madman. The Victor Frankenstein of football. He's not going to come to United. There's no way that Ineos are going to bring in someone who is that inexperienced anyway. Not a chance. Not a chance. Kaz, what's the Anthony rumours apart from he's rubbish? Anthony rumours are that he was fully fit. And it's a bit of a mystery. Apparently Anthony has spat his dummy out because certain players are just walking into the team in front of him no matter how poor their form is. There is a fallout behind the scenes with Anthony. It really is. A situation created by that so-called favourites issue again that Sancho had. And now we're seeing another right wing or another forward getting 0 game time, or it seemed close to 0 game time because someone else is in favour with the manager, or someone else has got something on the manager, it would seem. There is no decision so far from Ineos on Ten Hag. They are going to consider his future in the coming weeks and months. They are working with him at the moment, and he is privy to plans for the transfer window, although his situation is in the balance. That's from David Ornstein, just clarifying the situation. Like we said, I know that Ten Hag is not going to be sacked. He's not going to be sacked while the season is going on. Definitely not. I mean, if he loses to Coventry, then I think you start looking at the point where it's like, right, just get him out so the fans don't kill him. That's where you're at with it. That's metaphorically speaking. Obviously, it's not like the fans are going to go out there with knives and daggers and take him out. It's not going to happen, obviously. But the fans are wanting blood right now. And if we don't go through to that FA Cup final and we somehow get beat by Coventry, that has to be the end. It really does. I am fully on Ten Hag stays until the rest of the season because he's going to beat Coventry. And his last game will be in the FA Cup final when we probably will be beaten by Manchester City. And that will be it. See you later. If they wait around any longer, then they're absolutely crazy, because a new manager is going to have zero time because of the Euros coming in. We're back a couple of weeks after the Euros, and United fly out to the States, and it is a full-on disaster class. Like, there's too much to do. The honest Tiger, the board couldn't handle strong personalities like Mourinho and Tuchel. They need a scapegoat, so the obvious choices are Potter and Southgate. I think the board is different. Like, the board with Omar Barada in situ, I think this is where everyone has got one little sliver of hope for Manchester United's future, because we've got football people at board level right now. And that's the difference. I think that's where we've got to look and go, right, okay, there is a tiny shred of hope there, at least. And, yeah, that's what we've got to cling on to. Alien Tenno with an angry super chat says, F United, F Fergie, Judas, Keno was right. Alien's really upset today. He's really upset. Oh, we are so getting washed by Coventry. No, MDRN don't. Like, I'm going to Wembley. I couldn't handle that. There's no way I could handle driving back from London being beaten by Coventry. Like, it would be the worst. That would be like the lowest of the lows. Absolute. Christopher Hooper. Thanks, Adam, for that. Eric falling out with more players than the Tories have fallen out of prime ministers. Yeah. Sadly, that is the way. Like, when the players start falling out with a manager, the rumours that come out, walking out of press conferences, I don't care what anyone says regarding the press conference and it already being over. This happens in press conferences all the time. Questions are asked, and managers just talk on the way out. Like, some bits are even unrecorded that you miss. I've been there. I know what it's like. He stopped and listened to the question and decided at that moment, I'm getting out of here. Like, if you stop and listen to a question, you would usually answer it. You spent the time to stop and listen, answer the question. No, he stormed out. He's seen the opportunity. It was a difficult question for him to answer, because if he did answer it, then he would have pretty much been saying that he is probably one of the worst managers that's been at Manchester United. Like, we are on the brink of our worst ever Premier League season. It's criminal. 5 more members in the house before we finish up. Post Life has just donated them. Thank you, my man. Brilliant stuff. John Marlew, Peter Behan, Glennie, Dan Gamer, and Will McLaughlin there with the new memberships. Thank you so much, Post Life. Make sure you guys thank Post Life in the comments section. Legend, mate. Welcome to the members club, everybody. Make sure you stay tuned to the members videos and posts as well in the community section, guys, if you are now in green and a member of the channel. There is extras for you guys coming up, and coming up this midweek as well. So stay tuned to them. I will let you know what's going on this week. Probably tomorrow, that will be. If we get beat, Mark Robbins for the United job, says Alex. Yeah, could well be. Could well be. But guys, that pretty much is it for this weekend. Another full week has gone by. A weekend gone by with more disappointment for Manchester United. I'm sick to death of losing my rag with this football team and trying to make excuses for them. We're just going to have to let them implode. Unfortunately, as United fans, take it on the chin. Take the banter and abuse that's coming our way, because there's going to be loads of it. And it's not going to stop. We've got some impossible games coming up that I think we don't stand a chance in. Definitely not if we are going into the games with the same attitude we are right now. Guys, we're only, 15 likes away from the 200 mark. If you guys can just give the video a like on your way out, that would be amazing. Thank you to all of the mods, all of the members, everyone who's donated and has become a member, all of the super chats as well. You are all absolute legends. It's been a crazy weekend. It really has. It's done and dusted, and we start afresh tomorrow. Monday, 12 o'clock, people. I will be there for the live stream. Make sure you're tuned in with the notifications on and ready to go, as I will be, in hope that we get some positives this week. Cheers for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of what's left of your weekend. I'll see you all tomorrow.